Hello and welcome to Todd Rolls Dice, where we're going to do this one properly this time. We're all prepared, we're ready to go. We know what's coming. We're going to open with the 1-minute reveal trailer for the full drop of ODSTs. This is Halo Flashpoint, Feet First into Hell, Wave 4 box. I haven't seen this yet, but I am very excited. Let's just go. Okay, we've seen this bit. It looks so good. So good. Yes! Reach, baby! Good old Halo 2. Yes, yes. The SOCOM! Damn! We're getting Alpha 9! Book! It's book! Fucking hell, how many miniatures are in that? And new scenery! I can't cope. I can't cope. Where's my article? Give me my fucking article. No, Ronnie, don't do this to me. I don't need your face right now. Oh, Christ. Holy shit. Right, okay, so we don't actually get much. The first 35 seconds is all stuff that we've seen before. I'm gonna throw mute on there. Right, let's go through this slowly. So, we have ODST, battle rifle, first battle rifle model in the game. Yes, please. Not sure what's going on there. But that's cool armor. We have the knife and then just the classic ODST look. Oh my god, they're incredible. ODST with a shotgun. That's always nice. New shotgun. New shotgun, that's not the Bulldog, that's the classic. Was it the M45? M45? But that's the classic pump action shotgun. M8? I don't know, I can't remember. We've got a classic Halo 2 battle rifle. We've got a classic shotgun. We're going back into the real heart of what made Halo Halo. The beautiful Bungie weapon designs. They're using clips from ODST Halo 2. It wasn't Reach. I got excited. It wasn't Reach. That was the intro. All of this bit here. This is ODST. And then this is Halo 2. And we're getting Halo 2 style ODSTs. Oh, Halo 2, Halo 3. The classic. Some sort of comms thing on the back. No, that's not. That's the SMG. SMGs confirmed. So we have an assault rifle there. Very cool pose. Ready to go. We have a DMR. I think that's the same miniature that we've already seen. Maybe it isn't the... It's not the SMG, is it? It's not. It's the backpack has got antennas on. Interesting, I'll go with it. But we have the SOCOM Magnum pistol. The silenced... Is silenced going to be a thing? So far, no other weapons have had silenced on. That is just the greatest pistol. Not maybe power-wise, because the Halo 1 pistol was still just godly. But I spent so many hours playing Firefight with that pistol. Okay, this is amazing. Look at the detail of them. Jump pack. He was holding a jump pack. It is the SMG. So we do have SMGs. We have one with a knife out, and then the assault rifle there. Another jump pack. ODSTs with jump packs. Oh, cool. Shotgun. Flamethrower. The old ODST flamethrower. But look at each of them as well. They're slightly different chest pieces. Oh, these are stunning. These are stunning. Call signs Dare and Buck at the LZ. Bam, said the lady. Right, this is my team. I am such a fan of Buck. But look, Buck, assault rifle. He's got the pistol on his hip as well. Just perfection. And Dare looking very pretty as you would expect. With the SOCOM. I can't remember if it was a SOCOM or not. I think it was a SOCOM Magnum. I might be wrong. It's been a while since I've looked it up. But Dare isn't looking quite as blue as I would have hoped. But that's a paint job thing, right? We're getting Dare and Buck. And the others, you can paint up as Alpha 9 if you want. That's the thumbnail right there. That is everything that I wanted from an ODST box. And then some in this. Incredible. No one gets left behind. We have battle rifles, we have knives out, we have Buck, we have Dare, we have jump packs, classic pump action shotguns. A lot of miniatures. So what have we actually got? It is all ODSTs as well. So we have very New Mombasa ODST video game terrain, which is cool. It's all the same card stuff, looking at how it goes together. Loads of miniatures. New green command dice. Oh, sorry, green D8s and black and white command dice. Very cool. New weapon cards. Loads of new weapon cards. This is yes! Yes! 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 miniatures. Wow. I mean, this is my initial reaction. This is not... I was hoping for 8, maybe 10 miniatures, and then maybe throw in... I thought they'd throw in a couple of brutes, give you something to fight against. These boxes aren't starter boxes, they are expansions or new miniatures, but they are very much built around you using the app for the rules, or you owning the rules another way. You've already got the starter box or one of the starter boxes, whichever. So I was sort of expecting you would get some repeated models, because we saw that with the Banished box. But this is technically a whole new faction. And you are getting whole new models. Yeah, there's going to be some repeats here and there. That's absolutely fine. These models look incredible. Is the article live? Come on. Give me an article. Let's go. Feet first into hell. The ODST drop into Halo Flashpoint. This is from Dan. Spartans, Master Chief, Sangheili Elites, Shiralhane Brutes, War Master Atriox. With every release, Flashpoint brings even more of the Halo universe to life on the tabletop. Now the next wave is inbound and they're coming in hot. You know the music. Time to dance. Oh, I love it when they use Buck lines. I can never get enough Nathan Fillion. That guy is... I adore that guy too much. Prepare to drop. That is the box. It is a jump pack on the side as well. Oh, amazing. I love the artwork. Feet First into Hell is the next major expansion for Halo Flashpoint, introducing the ODST and taking the fight to the streets of New Mombasa. Yes! 16 miniatures. But free limited edition Buck and Dare miniatures in the box as well. So if you buy this faction box, very much like you got the pre-order exclusive, a different stance of Atriox, same model, same rules, but it's just a different pose. He was included in that Rise of the Banished box. You're getting Buck and Dare, and this is an instant purchase for me, just because they're in it, regardless of the other stuff. But what's in the box? 16 ODST miniatures with a variety of types and loadouts, free limited edition Buck and Dare miniatures, a deluxe folding game board. If it's the quality of the Rise of the Banished one, it's a really nice board. If you've seen my review, you've seen my thoughts on that. Full colour New Mombasa card terrain. Oh, we can do firefight games with ODSTs against elites and brutes. We still need jackals, we still need grunts, and ideally hunters. But we can do it actually in New Mombasa. So good. Faction themed dice, love it. Unit, weapon and special order cards, tokens and markers, and Desperate Measures game expansion booklet, which will have a couple of new scenarios and things. So, note, just like Rise of the Banished, this expansion makes use of the advanced fireteam building rules, debuting in the Wargames expansion. They're now also available as a convenient PDF and in the game's handy web app, whichever suits you best. Right, let's take a look at these Hell Jumpers. Yes. Oh my god, I love everything about these guys. New miniatures. Orbital Drop Shock Troopers. Dropped from orbit straight into the fight, the ODSTs are among the most elite troops in the UNSC's forces. Clad in matte armor and trained for rapid high-risk deployment, they hit the ground hard and fast, armed with silenced SMGs, demo charges, jetpacks, flamethrowers, and much more. These specialists are conditioned for precision strikes and brutal close quarters combat. I will just point out that these are not Spartans, so they are not going to be anywhere near as tough, and they're not going to stick around as much as Spartans, even Spartan 4s. But it looks like you get a lot more of them in a fire team. This set includes 16 detailed plastic ODSTs with a variety of weapon loadouts, each on a scenic base. Oh, they're doing them all on scenic bases now. Interesting. Because I was actually considering cutting the bases off these. That's a step up in production and quality then, if they're now putting scenic bases on. Oh, interesting. So, units included in Feet First into Hell include ODST Captains, ODST Second Lieutenants, ODST Special Purpose Troopers, ODST Air Assault Bullfrogs, Bullfrogs Forever, and ODST Fire Breaks. And new characters, Edward Buck and Veronica Dare. You know they're married in the later books. I love them. Buck is just my favourite character. We need more Buck in mainline Halo games. In fact, can we just get a game about where Alpha 9 are now? I'm not going to spoil anything. So, every squad needs a leader, or two. Feet First into Hell includes limited edition miniatures of ODST Gunnery Sergeant Edward Buck, pre-Spartanization. He becomes a Spartan 4. And Oni Captain Veronica Dare, both sculpted in the same mastercrafted resin as Fireteam Phoenix. The detail on that kit was incredible, so that'll be nice. Making them ideal for collectors and painters alike. Standard retail versions of both characters will be sold separately later, but Feet First into Hell is the first place to get them on the tabletop. So yes, please. The other thing, mastercrafted resin is great. These poses will probably be individual to this box, and then they will have new retail poses. That just means I'm going to have to buy more. New terrain, the city of New Mombasa. Once a thriving East African metropolis, New Mombasa was a beacon of industry and innovation until the attack. Now its steel towers and smog-filled streets mark a new frontline. From tight alleyways to towering platforms, every inch of the city presents fresh tactical challenges, very much like ODST the game. Feet First into Hell features a folding deluxe game board and a set of full-colour card terrain pieces, and they're very different from the UNSC outposts and banished garrisons you've seen so far. Yes, they actually look like traditional Halo. This isn't the infinite colour sheen and design. That isn't bad. I like the infinite art design, but this is classic Halo. Public information signs, stairways, bridges, urban greenery, and a huge watchtower all combine for an atmospheric new combat zone to navigate and fight across. I love it. And I love that they've got detour and little notes on the signs, like Virgil is, or the superintendent is sending you information. It's a little nod to the game, I bet. Feet First into Hell. Pre-order today. Prepare to lead your ODSTs into the fight. Ships are October. I did say October in my video, didn't I? Feet First into Hell ships in October, and pre-orders are open right now. And in this article, which is linked in this video, you can do all of the stuff. So the faction set is £100. That is the standard faction set. It will be the same prices as Rise of the Banished has been in your locations. Everything else is pretty much standard. You have a big fancy everything box, which looks like... It looks like Wave 1 Spartan Edition. Is that the Spartan Edition? I think that's the Spartan Edition. Wave 2 with the War Games pack, Master Chief, and then the Feet First into Hell box. All of that for a little discount, 250 quid if you don't have any of that, but that is all of your UNSC stuff by the sounds of it. Generous. But the faction box, which is what I think me and most of you guys viewing at this point in time, the announcement of all this, is standard faction set box price. For 18 miniatures, 16 ODSTs with a couple of yeah, there is some duplicates, so it's probably 8 and 8, and then Buck and Dare, and the dice, and all of the other stuff that you would expect with a faction pack. So what do we think? Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm blown away. This is perfection. This is absolutely everything. The paint jobs are amazing with the different color stripes. Everybody in the black armor with the detailing on the camo. The paint jobs are so good. And we're getting Buck. Yes. Do we have pictures of all the others? So you are probably going to struggle to do 100% of Alpha 9 because of their weapon loadouts. But that said, Dutch could have a flamethrower. Mickey, you could stick a jump pack on Mickey or have Mickey with a pistol. Rook, you can have any weapon you want on him. Romeo is a sniper rifle, so maybe he can be a DMR or maybe a pistol, and then you just give him a sniper rifle. Yeah, interesting. A couple of questions on rules. Silenced is obviously a thing because they've mentioned silenced SMGs. Demo charges is going to be another thing, setting traps and stuff and jumping away with the jetpacks. Flamethrowers, probably area denial. I'm interested to see how that works. They have a new special order, so their UNSC order is going to be different to Spartans, which makes perfect sense. Specifically stating precision strikes in brutal close quarters combat tells me that they are very much a hit and run or an ambush, tactical guerrilla fighting style. You drop them in, you get aggressive, and then you stage a retreat. Or you have overlapping fields of fire or something like that. They're obviously going to be more than 4 or 5 to a team. They're not going to have shields, so how tough are they actually going to be? How does the respawn mechanic operate? Do they have an inbuilt respawn mechanic where you just drop more troops in? You can drop up to 1 or 2 replacements per round depending on what happens. Sangheili and Brutes and Spartans all function in a very similar way. Alright, so all of the Brutes don't have shields, but they are big, tough. They're meant to take punishment. Even their weakest, lowest rank is going to take punishment. These guys are just humans in very good armor, but they're not Spartans, they're not enhanced, they don't have Mjolnir, they don't have shields. How is that going to translate into an actual fighting force on the table where the game is so fast-paced, so brutal at times? How are they going to be points costed? How many are you going to have in a fire team? Is it going to be a team where you will take, say, 8 bodies and then you give them a load of good equipment to round them out and then just try and keep them alive? Or do you go with 10, maybe 10, 12 bodies and you just have them as limited as you possibly can, but you throw them at the enemy to slow the enemy down while you're capturing objectives and, surgical strikes in different parts of the board and things? So many questions, but they're going to have quite a lot of movement with the jump packs at the very least, a little bit of area of denial with the flamethrowers. Silenced is obviously going to be a thing. I'm interested to know how that plays into it. And the scenery, the terrain is looking great, isn't it? It reminds me of ODST, New Mombasa. It reminds me of Reach, the New Alexandria, I think it was. Post-Covenant ship assault, when Noble Six gets up and he's back on Reach, you're running through the city. It reminds me of that, because that's Brutes as well, but it's the very similar architecture. But this is great, and you've got a couple of buildings there, big buildings, watchtower. Oh man, this is looking really cool. I love the bridge as well. I'm already getting ideas of what I could do and how I could bring things in, and once we do get some more chaff units for the Covenant, the Banished, Jackals and Grunts. Can you imagine a survival type game mode where you go in with your squad of ODSTs, you have a package to pick up, you got to go in, you get the package, and then you got to retreat, and there's just more Covenant coming at you, or more Banished, whichever you want to play. ODSTs are lore-wise, obviously they're a huge thing at the start of the Covenant War, they're a huge thing before that as well. With the birth of the Spartan 2s, there isn't enough Spartan 2s to really affect deployment of ODSTs. And ODSTs very much see themselves as the best of the best. Chief, as a teenager, a couple of, maybe even days, but very early into his augmentation when he's still healing, just decks 3 or 4 of them in a boxing ring. When he's probably 15, 16, something like that. Maybe even younger. So they are peak humanity. They are SAS, they are commandos, they are the Rangers. Best of the best. But they're nothing compared to an unarmoured Spartan. As the Spartan program moved on, Spartan 4s became a thing and funding became, well, the oversight became a lot more strict, and they actually used volunteers instead of kidnapping children for the Spartans. The Spartan 4s, a lot of the ODSTs that were still in service went into Spartan 4 programs, so you don't really see much of them. They are still in the lore, they are still around. So you absolutely can, and I think I love Spartans, I love Chief, but the idea of Chief and Blue Team and the Spartan 2s, the Bungie idea of Spartans was there isn't many of them. There's different iterations of them, but there still isn't many Spartans. ODSTs are the backbone of the Surgical Strike Force stuff. 343 obviously wanted to change that and make everybody Spartans, which it works. I'm okay with it, and as technology progresses and all that stuff, it works in the story. It isn't a Space Marine Primaris bollocks. It very much fits the Halo universe, how they did it, how they explained it, and it doesn't actually fundamentally change a lot of things in the lore. So that's fine. But as a result, ODSTs aren't really seen. It's almost like 343 have forgotten about ODSTs. So the fact that within the first year of Flashpoint, we're getting a box of ODSTs. And if you get the Feet First into Hell box, you're getting 18, 2 characters, but 18 ODSTs with a variety of ranks to build your fire team how you want them. Captains, second lieutenants, sounds like if your captain dies, does the second lieutenant step up? Potentially a mechanic there. Special purpose troopers, bullfrogs, and the fire breaks. There's quite a lot of scope in there. And then you get Gunny and Captain Dare. So Captain Dare, obviously she's going to be in charge, or she's probably going to she's Oni, she's not an ODST, so she's a spook. She's top tier, secret stuff. Because you can bring her in if there's some sort of captain thing, maybe you're restricted on captains. I don't think they'll do this, but if they did, maybe you can only take Dare instead of a captain, and then Buck instead of a second lieutenant. I don't know. But Buck was never really a captain. He was going to be sergeant, so he never wanted to go above the ranks that he was. He didn't really like command, he just fell into it. Oh, amazing. I'm starting to ramble now. My voice is feeling a bit scratchy. So I am going to leave you with my final thoughts as I try and piece my brain back together. This is incredible. I love everything about it. I love that it is a dedicated faction box. It is just a load of ODSTs. And what's even better than just these ODSTs and the weapon selections, the battle rifle. I could kit bash a Spartan 4 with a battle rifle and the Deadeye helmet, and I'm happy. That's my character in the game. You know, stupid little things like that, because I love kit bashing and making cool models and stuff like that. You can't really do that with how these models are built, but I'll find a way. Just amazing. I love everything about it. I love the choice of weapons. It completely fits the ODSTs. It is a little bit more close range stuff. SMGs, pistols, shotguns, flamethrower. Obviously, you can give them sniper rifles and heavy weapons if you want, I'm going to assume. But it looks like they are drop in close, hit hard, see where you end up after the turn. Excellent. But the fact that we're getting not just Buck, but Dare as well. And they're this beautiful mastercraft resin that they've developed. The detail is going to be amazing. This is perfection. Absolute perfection. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.